John down here with a Bulldog group that will be growing by size here in a matter of seconds as we have a host of honorees coming our way. And first, let's talk with the man of the hour. We had an opportunity to talk with Ed Petrie throughout the 4 days here at the GLVC Championship. And, you know, I think I'm trying to go back to the one word, and I believe it might have been fight that you really liked from day one. And I tell you what, not only did you do it on the men's side and have that fight, but, you know, you knocked off the perennial power Drury University, you know, here in three years. Truman State coming in. And let's be honest, before we start here, you know, Truman State has an exceptional history, especially in women's swimming. And, you know, this is perhaps, you know, a nice little comeback, if you will, but it starts here with a great GLVC championship, and then now you make a run to nationals in 1 month down the road in Indianapolis, but you do so as GLVC champions. Congratulations, Ed.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it very much. A lot of emotion with this one. You know, I don't think I've ever seen such a team effort. The sacrifice that they did. We have girls that sacrifice being on relays to possibly go to NCAAs. And, you know, I'll give you an example. You have Courtney Betts. She could have been on that A-free relay. She just, you know, she did the 500 free, finaled, 200 fly, finaled. And she knew that she did that for the benefit of the team. But that's just one of the many stories that this team has. You know, there were 18 people that did it. I stand corrected. There were 24 people. Our exhibition swimmers could have easily scored. Everyone sacrificed. And when you have that, I mean, it's something special. And, you know, it starts with our leadership from the captains. Ashley Shanel, when I first recruited her, we talked about getting to this point and this feeling, and she is probably our most valuable person as far as bringing our team together. And you've got our seniors, Shannon Rempe, Taylor Volker, Melanie Wilkes. You know, the list goes on with that whole crew. Christy Van Oost, who helped us go to NCAAs, you know, 2 years ago on a relay. It's unbelievable.
While we're talking about relays, take us through those final moments. What a race that was between Truman and Drury to decide the GLVC championship.
You know, the first one was safe starts. We knew we had it, and let's just do it. And I think Evan leading off, I mean, we talked about possible relay options, and you're like, you know what, let's go with what we're comfortable with. We went with the same 4 on a 200 free relay that won that, and Evan, Jamie Fitzpatrick, Allison Strickler having an amazing third leg, and I think Nikki Sisson might have split 49 high on that, and we just knew that she was not going to let that lead. I mean, as much as it was close with maybe the best swimmer in Division II, and Drury at her heels, Nikki's a tough girl.
Well, we were able to talk to Brian Reynolds a little bit before, you know, during the intermission before the relays, and you know, obviously his ties to Nikki. You know, as a, you know, kind of a summer club coach, whatnot, and just, you know, having her being a local girl, I had nothing but great things to say about Nikki. But, you know, we talk about, you know, the other one that we just continuously talked about was Evan Spencer. And not only have you, you know, kind of mentioned her highlights tonight, the one thing we haven't mentioned yet, GLVC Swimmer of the Year.
What can you say? You know, like, to swim in 4 individual events and do that for our team. And, you know, we talked about, let's just do the 100 backstroke instead of going for the 4th relay for NCAAs. Can you get us more, you know, can you get us more points? That's 20 more points. And she's like, I'll do it, Ed. She's like, I'll do whatever you want me to do. That's Evan in a nutshell. I mean, you talk about people you want in a foxhole with you. That's everybody. That's definitely one I want with me.
And a clean sweep for the Bulldogs on the women's side. Emma Barnett, named freshman year. And you were named Coach of the Year. Before we get to your accolades, let's talk about Emma's effort as a freshman.
You mean Maverick? Yes. Maverick.
Is this the secret?
She is one of our secrets, yes. It is. And she's come a long way. She's never really been a good taper swimmer. She's always just had the first good day and then just really wouldn't do anything after that. We worked on it. She was sick as a dog 3 weeks ago. We didn't know how this was going to be, but she listens to anything you say, and the scary thing is Emma's just still learning of what her potential can be. She works hard, but now she's learning how to work smart. I remember driving 7 hours last year to her house on a recruiting trip to get her to come to Truman, and man, that was worth that drive because there's no way we could have done this without her.
Now to jump to the men's side, we've got an individual to your right. He's probably off camera right now. We're going to bring him in. But Will Shanel was just exceptional this whole race. Last time that we really highlighted him, I mean, going through all the races and the records, I'll let you kind of touch on that. But, you know, one of the times that we really highlighted Will was, you know, when he shattered the conference record and delivered an A cut by 4 seconds. And it was just an exceptional swim. He's posing for a photo right now because he's got a little crystal in his hand that says it's inscribed GLVC Men's Swimmer of the Year. And maybe we can get Will over here to talk to us. But first, let's kind of give your thoughts a little bit on Will's dominant effort this weekend.
Resilient, tough, smart, you know, never nervous, never stressed, happy-go-lucky. That's Will in a nutshell. Most people don't know he's had a serious battle with mono, had a shoulder injury. We had to change his training a little bit, and I'll tell you what, maybe that was a blessing in disguise. Hey, Will.
We see Will walking away here, and we're gonna bring him in real quick to talk to him. Will, your coach has a lot of good things to say about you. You did quite well, young man, this weekend, and got handsomely rewarded with GLVC Swimmer of the Year. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. You know, started out the season coming back from mono all summer, and it was tough to get back and start. And mid-season wasn't bad, but it wasn't where I wanted to be. And came in, kind of surprised myself off that 200 IM. The first race, goggles flipped off. I was 52, competed for 8th place, and did a swim up and came back with a 49. So I was just going after it, and from there on, just pushed like no other. So
we had an opportunity to talk to Ed after your unbelievable swim the other night, where you shattered not only the conference record, but I mean, you eclipsed the A cut by 4 seconds. You had a lot of great swims, but talk a little bit about that event for you and what it means to just go sailing right into nationals.
All right, well, last year I came in, 355, wasn't really expecting a whole lot. It was like, cool, it'd be great if I could get down there, anywhere close to that, hoping to make that, B cut and, a little bit further in and get that chance at nationals. And I went right by it and got the A cut at prelims and was like, wow, like I didn't know I was here, didn't know I could accomplish that. And so finals went even faster. And I got sick with mono around nationals last year, so I didn't go quite as well there. But came back this year, kind of knew where I was at and where I wanted to be. And, I just went after it. And I love being out this front and in front of the pack. So I tried to push that a little bit more and had a deal with Ed that if I broke 350, he'd be getting a tattoo. So looks like we're going to a parlor somewhere around here. So
congratulations, Dad. You're getting a tattoo. And I'm sure he'll be more than happy to go and get some new ink because that was one heck of a swim by you. Congratulations, Will. And on your honor, best of luck at nationals on the way. And we'll bring Ed back in and have a little bit more with the women's representatives here. And this is the Maverick, the surprise. Our freshman of the year from the GLVC, Emma Barnett. Emma, congratulations on your award.
Thank you very much.
Talk a little bit about your week. Obviously, as a freshman, everything is new. First time coming to a conference championship meet. A crazy experience here in Crawfordsville. A loaded deck, loaded stands, unbelievable parent and fan support up there. overall impressions of what it was like. You might be starting a nice little trend here. You come in as a freshman and you knock off Drury and win a GLVC championship.
It's insane. Like, that's the only word I can think of to describe it right now. It's really, really cool. I mean, we came in, Ed, like, warned all of us that it was going to be crazy like this. You just have to, like, keep your head in yourself and not freak out. And, like, and, I mean, I started off the meet, like, with not the times that I really wanted, but Ed's just like, you're going to get better every single day, and that's what happened, and it was just awesome. It was really exciting.
Talking with Ed, it seemed like from day one, the rallying cry here in Crawfordsville was the fight. No matter what, keep digging. I think Ed, to paraphrase Ed from this morning, I believe, I mean, it was even like treating the prelims like finals. I mean, it was hardcore. It was business once we hit the pool deck. Talk a little bit about just, how he got you prepared and how the girls responded so well to this fight and just what it, overall what it means to be a GLVC championship and doing so in this manner, securing it on that last relay.
I mean, we came in knowing that we had a chance, and I think that everyone just, like, our team is so close that we just rally behind each other all the time, and we're always just so supportive of each other. And I mean, Ed said just treat every race like it's your last. Like, you just have to go out there and you have to kill it every single time, and we can make a difference. And it just feels amazing. I don't know.
Well, Emma Barnett, congratulations on your GLVC Freshman of the Year honor and the team championship. We'll let you go celebrate once again, and we'll bring in one more individual here from Truman State. And Evan Spencer, the GLVC Swimmer of the Year. Congratulations on an incredible honor.
Thank you so much. It's not really real yet.
So it seems that, every time we talk to a Swimmer of the Year or a Freshman of the Year or any kind of major postseason honoree, they're very quick to kind of dismiss the individual honor and talk about the team. So we'll first let you talk about this team effort, because what an effort it was, knocking off Drury and putting Truman State kind of back on top and winning their first ever GLVC championship in swimming and diving.
It's, like I said, it's not really real. All we talked about all year was we want it, and we knew coming into the very first day that it was ours for the taking, and all we had left to do was just have fun, see what we could do with ourselves, and just go out there and surprise everybody. And it's, like I said, I can't say it enough, it's unreal, because this doesn't seem like it's real life. It's going to hit us tomorrow. We're going to look at the medals and the trophies and see what we did, and it's going to be amazing for years to come to look back and say we did that. We were part of that. And every single swim was crucial, from the exhibition swimmers to the finalists to everybody on the sides. It's just, you said it best, it's a team effort, and this wouldn't have happened without the team.
One of our camera angles on the GLVC Sports Network from up top, where we're at in the booth, kind of has the kind of coming across the pool here, focused on number one lane, but it also catches the top portion of the fans section, the spectator area there. And there was always this section right here on the end, full of purple, full of parents and fans, and they were incredibly loud all 4 days, every single session. That has to mean a lot.
Honestly, there's nothing better than being behind the blocks and hearing the dad yell Truman and everyone else respond Bulldogs, because it's not only a team effort, but the fact that we have all of our parents here every single day cheering like it's everything matters. It's just, I can't say it enough, but it's unreal. And to have, I'm so happy my parents came and got to see, and people were watching online, and it just really shows what Truman is made of, to have both the team pull out something like that and the parents show and just crush all the other parents when it comes to cheering.
Well, I have a feeling that you're going to have a couple more fans back in Kirksville. Probably a nice little welcoming committee. Maybe Jerry Wolmerine and Dr. Troy Payno standing right there, parking the bus and being right there welcoming you guys off. But congratulations, Evan Spencer. Fantastic honor for you, GLVC Swimmer of the Year and GLVC champions for Truman State. Congratulations. And we'll move over here one last time and come back to Ed Petrie here and see who else we got. we'll put two in here at the same frame here, and Ed, I'll bring you back over here and let you talk about these two individuals.
They're very quiet.
Sounds like they're going to be perfect interviews, then.
Yeah. You know, I think it goes back into everybody as far as buying into the whole team thing, and it's easier said than done. I mean, everybody knows that. Things take time, but I think with the will, the determination, the way they talk to each other in practice, keeping positive. It's tough, you know, with 50 people sometimes in a pool, but on top of the studying that these guys do, I mean, here we are in between prelims. I come downstairs and they're studying. I think it's, you know, I'm pretty proud to coach not athletes, but true student athletes.
Well, Dr. Payno will be very pleased to hear that, as will Jerry Wolmering. Let's bring over Hannah Nix first and talk to her. And Hannah, we'll face this way and just overall the impressions of you know, fighting the whole 4 days and coming out on top as GLVC champions.
It's really amazing. Like, I come from a really small town, and just to come here and be with this great team and be recruited and come in with the great girls senior class that we have this year, it's just amazing. Like, it's an amazing feeling to work as hard as possible and then just finally have something show.
Ed talked throughout the week. We talked to him a number of times, and you know, again, we just go back to the word fight, and he alluded to things this morning as almost treating the prelims like the finals. I mean, it was all business all the time, and rightfully so. It worked out in your favor.
Yeah. Every time I always give it all I have in the morning, because you don't know what's going to happen that night. I always say it's not over till it's over, and Ed's completely right. We trust him so much. But I don't know.
Well, we'll bring Nikki up here, but one final glance at your GLVC champion shirt. It almost appears like a power tee, if you will, with the GLVC and the champions going down. It almost looks like a Truman tee, so it fits like a tee, no pun intended. But we'll bring Nikki up here, and Nikki, we you know, certainly we talked about Evan Spencer throughout the week, and your name came up quite a bit too. I mean, you had a solid 4 days, just absolutely incredible, and now you get to take that bus ride home to Kirksville with some crystal in hand as GLVC champions.
It's really awesome to do this, as our team has been working towards a common goal of just coming together and having fun and lifting each other up. So this whole week, the focus was not about winning, but about just lifting each other up and just having a really good time. And we really did that. And it's awesome that winning the meet came along with it. But this team is incredible.
Growing up where you did, yeah. And learning to swim so well from another coach that's in the GLVC, Brian Reynolds of Drury. Certainly there is a lot of winning DNA there, and there's a lot of excellent technique. When Ed Petrie came 7 hours to Springfield to find you and to convince you that he wanted you to come to Truman State and be one of the ones to work toward that GLVC championship and, you know, potentially a national championship. Take us through those emotions and now how it's really starting to come 360 and the picture is much more clear for you.
I grew up in Springfield under Reynolds. He was my coach from age 8. So going there, I just kind of knew that I needed to change. He's a great coach, and I've learned a lot from Reynolds, but I knew my senior year that I wanted something different, and I needed a different atmosphere, a different coaching staff. And Ed really, out of all the people that I got recruited by, Ed really believed in me and constantly was not even on the recruiting side, but just as a coach individually, was if you need any questions about the recruiting process, just seemed to really care about swimmers, the swimmers in general, beyond the pool. And I really liked that. And then I really liked the atmosphere of this team is so unlike anything I've ever been a part of. We are so close. We have so much fun. It's constantly a good time. It's not, we work hard, we push each other, and on my recruiting trip, I knew that this was something I wanted to be a part of. Ed would explain the change to me that he was the goal of him was to rebuild this program, and I knew I wanted to be a part of that.
Last question for you, and you can feel free to answer it somewhat quietly given that he's sitting right behind you, but any chance that Coach continues on with those dry clothes as he gets on the bus to Kirksville after these time trials here conclude? Any chance that he gets on that bus with dry clothes?
No, he will have a long 6-hour wet bus ride.
When you were talking about an all-out team effort, most likely there will be several hands on him showing him where you guys have been the last 4 days.
Yeah, he's going in for sure. He knows, I think. He said he wore his bad shoes, so he's going in.
If he knows he's coming, he'd probably take the shoes off. But, John, you've heard it here straight from Nikki Sisson and the Truman State Bulldogs, GLVC champions. They're not done celebrating just yet, John. As soon as the time trials get done, someone else is going in, and I've got a strange feeling I know who. We'll send it back to you to close up our coverage here. 24 hours of coverage of GLVC swimming and diving right here on the GLVC Sports Network.
Thank you, Jeff. Fantastic job all week long from the pool deck.